Wicked, I Am Elphaba by Mary Man Kong, illustrated by Elsa Chang. I am Elphaba. I am from Munchkinland in the land of Oz. I was born green. People were scared of me. When I got upset, I couldn't control my magic. My father is governor of Munchkinland. When we got older, he sent my sister, Nessa Rose, and me to Shiz University. Nessa Rose is my younger sister. She isn't green like me. At Shiz, Madame Morrible, the sorcery teacher, said my magical powers could help Oz, especially if I worked with the wizard. Dr. Dillamond is my history teacher at Shiz University. He is one of the only animal teachers at the school. At first, I did not like my roommate, Glinda. She is blonde and pretty and popular. Glinda is in love with Prince Fiyero. Our friend Bach is a munchkin who would do anything for Glinda. He even invited Nessa Rose to a dance to make Glinda happy. I asked Madame Morrible to let Glinda join me in magic training. After that, Glinda and I became friends. Glinda gave me fashion advice, kept all my secrets, and danced with me at the Ozdust Ballroom. But bad things were happening in Oz. Dr. Dillamond was taken away and not allowed to teach. At school, they caged a lion cub. Fiyero helped me take the cub to safety. We released him in the woods. Glinda and I thought the wizard would know how to help, so we traveled to the Emerald City. The wizard asked me to perform a spell from the Grimoire, but then we learned it was magic to control the animals. I refused to help the wizard again. I realized it was time for me to leave the Emerald City. It was time for me to control my magic. It was time for me to defy gravity. I am Glinda. I am Glinda. I live in the happily land of Oz. I am pretty, charming, and popular. I've made lots of friends at Shiz University. I was having the most wonderfulest time until I had to share my dorm room with Elphaba. Elphaba was different. She was green. She had very powerful magic. But Elphaba asked Madame Morrible to let me join her in magic training. After that, Elphaba and I became friends. We danced together at the Ozdust Ballroom, and I gave her a beautiful makeover. I even told her my secret. I was going to marry Prince Fiyero. Prince Fiyero is handsome and perfect. Our munchkin friend Bach was in love with me, but I told him to ask Elfie's younger sister Nessa Rose to the dance. Elfie and I spent a lot of time with our new friends Fiyero, Bach, and Nessa Rose. I was so happy. But then everything started to change. Animals were no longer allowed to teach at Shiz University. They took our history teacher, Dr. Dillamond, away and put animals in cages. After Dr. Dillamond was taken away, I changed my name from Glinda to Glinda, which is what he used to call me. He couldn't say the G in my name. My name is Glinda. When Elfie asked me to go with her to the Emerald City, of course I said yes. We would ask the wizard to save the animals. But his royal Ozness tricked Elfie into casting a spell from a magical book called the Grimoire. Elfie didn't want to help the wizard. She asked me to fly away with her to help the animals, but I knew I could do more good by staying in Oz. Now I try to help my fellow Ozians find happiness in troubling times. By learning to help others, I have changed for good.